Alright folks, here is a little tutorial about the tool that we built yesterday. It's called NixChecker. Sorry for messing up the screen here. I should go onto the website. Here we go. So NixChecker is the fact-checking bot that we built yesterday. It's also on YouTube, and there we discussed the overall idea. It's not finished yet, but it's already a pretty useful tool. So ignore this stuff. The point is right now we can do this stuff. So we can, for instance, send a news article back into the thing, and then just ask it things. And the beautiful thing here is it's a zero trust tool. As long as you trust getting the articles on your computer, you can then fact check with open source offline models. And this is what I'm doing here. I'm executing a command called extract article, but then the command takes a URL. So what can you do with this URL? Let's take a look. So this is updating my screen right now. So this is the URL. So this is the article. It could be any news article. This is the LLM command. So you can check the README of this tool, and you'll see how to execute these commands, which is nice. So I've had previous results from running this command using a smaller model. If you really felt that the one that you're not using, the one that you're using is not the right one, you can see a bunch of models here, and all of them are available to you. I would not recommend for this project to take OpenAI, but experiment with one of these tools. Some of them are very small and less capable. Others, like the one that I'm downloading right now, Mistral 7B, should be able to give you facts, check facts, also send you sources. So that means, excuse me, it will be able to fact check things in a quite detailed manner. And you're always free to later on, what you can do is, check those sources online and be a more informed person. So I had a previous run here, which you can see I ran this previously with a smaller model, and you can see that the smaller model came back pretty quickly. Again, I can turn off my internet at this point. Why? Because I have Phi 3 Mini 4K Instruct downloaded offline, and I have the tools downloaded offline, which include the tools that you can find in the requirements file, or you'll just follow the README. For the README, you'll need to have Python 3 installed on your computer. Python 3 is really easy to install. You just go on the homepage. The next thing you can do is, call it. This suggests that you call it to create a virtual env. You will have to be in the right directory already. So that means, let's fix that. Download the source of this project, NixChecker, here. Right. Okay, let's put a link here. And then we can say, let's grab the link to the zip file of the main branch. Hopefully we're not gonna mess up the main branch anytime soon. Okay, unzip it and use a terminal to navigate to the folder that you unzipped. Okay, these terms are maybe new to you. What is a terminal? This could be a terminal like the one that I have here. In KDE, it's literally the console terminal. There's others, and certainly you will find some for your, you might be able to find some terminal on your computer, certainly on Mac and on Windows. These things should come pre-installed, and then you just need to install Python. For that, visit that folder. Anyway, unzip it and use the terminal to navigate to the folder you just unzipped. Right? Create a button to get started. This may work differently on Windows. Okay, but you know what? Download KDE. It's also a great tool. Download KDE. There's a live CD, I guess it's still called, a live image. Okay, this is a beautiful thing. KDE.org, live install image. And I think if I download this, I'll be able to live install KDE, and then maybe you'll have an easier time running these tools if you don't want to use your Windows. And live CD means you just plug in a USB stick, and it will, at boot time, it will go into KDE, and KDE is what I'm using. So, it has really nice features. Let me just quickly show you. Now this has become a pitch about KDE, but you can use shaders as background, which is pretty cool. You can even program those shaders yourself with minimum effort. Okay, back to our project. Let's see if the download is finished. Yes, it's verifying. And you see, now I'm getting the output from the model at the very bottom. So now we're finding out about a tool called Magit. It doesn't matter what the tool is. The point is, you can pass in the command line any website and have it be summarized or fact-checked. There is tools like Mistral for German fact-checking as well, or you can use them for anything. So if you ever wanted to run these LLMs locally, don't hesitate. Use these tools. They're beautiful tools, and this is basically the evolution of an internet search, except that it's based on a zero trust policy. You know what that means? Let me turn off my Wi-Fi, and I'll show you what it means. Okay, turning off my Wi-Fi, and I can go. Let me just. This time I cannot use extract article because that requires access to the internet. It would be trivial to do that. So maybe I go to. Let me go to the Tiroler Tageszeitung. I think I had a. You know what? We're just gonna go to the Daily Mail. Okay, so oops, there's no internet, obviously. Let's get that back. Okay, so we can try and fact check this little source here. This is an article from a few days ago. Unfortunate thing that happened here. Very sad. Okay, but there was, in this article, I think there was two theories that were presented. So let me just write this article down into text file. I just copied and pasted it. Here we go. And then you know what? When we cat this article into the tool, we can do the following. We'll say, summarize this article, right? Then present the two theories in this article and tell me how plausible are these two theories from a scientific point of view. Be brief. Okay, so we don't have a lot of time. I'm going to wrap up this soon. You see now I'm piping, as it's called, the article, so that means it will take some time before it answers, because it's right now it's processing all the things. There's a lot of tricks to how to make a good, and you can read it online. Maybe Simon Wilson has a lot of information to share there, but the point is, it's good prompts are easy, but you have to understand them a little bit. So you can summarize an article first, that allows the LLM to digest the article first before it goes on to answer your questions, right? So make sure that you can, tell it to first sort of process the article. It's like us humans need to sometimes process things too, and then we can have a good a view. Let's see what the CPU is doing here. So this is again KDE, and you can see the memory usage. So this is network. By the way, let me turn off the network. This is a good time, right? So you'll see that I'm turned off the network. The CPU usage still continues. Why? Because at this point we're not relying on download of the article anymore. This is still our CPU. And you can see I'm entirely offline, and we'll see if the article comes back. I mean the AI. By the way, if you needed to have a demo, I can give a free consultation for the time being. But you see what this Mistral thing is quite powerful, and then it also means that on your laptop it may take longer than on other platforms. If you have a GPU, that will surely benefit your runtime. But the point is also, and this has been discussed recently online and in presentations, the fact that we're maybe moving to an LLM landscape where sometimes maybe you have to wait for a answer to come back, but you'll benefit from it being offline and from it being accurate when you ask it things like that. So there are two main theories. One, it was filled with explosives set off remotely, while the other proposes a security breach that caused the lithium-ion batteries to overheat. The article also mentions human intelligence being used, intercepting supply chain, perhaps in cases like in Austria. So it did not tell me how plausible they are. Okay, so in this case we would say my main question to answer is, okay, and then you would get possibly a better answer. This is all about going back and forth. So summarize this article very briefly for yourself, okay? So now, you know what, I'm not going to wait for the answer, but this is your home exercise. Thank you very much.